Hey, what's up guys? It's the Panda Kid here today, and today I'm going to be going over some pros and cons of PC gaming and my experience with it so far. So it's only been about a month or so since I built my PC and started PC gaming, but I've been loving it. I honestly don't know how I'm going to go back to consoles after my experience with PC gaming thus far, and here are some reasons why. Okay, so number one, the graphics. This is probably the reason you saw it coming first, and reasonably so. The graphics of games on PC just destroys consoles, assuming you have a decent rig. Going back and playing games like Skyrim on my PC compared to what I previously saw on the PS3 blew my mind. Instead of playing in 720p, it was on 1080p, and even on the lowest graphics setting it still looked far better than the console version. And as an added bonus, you get to play at higher than 30 frames per second, so it looks super smooth and it really enhances the gaming experience. I was like a happy kid on Christmas when I first opened up the very first PC game I played, Tomb Raider, and saw how amazing it looked. You never really know how good games look on PC until you play on a good PC for yourself. For number two, I gotta go with the games. Above graphics, the games the PC had to offer was one of the primary reasons I got into and am enjoying PC gaming. Before I built my PC, I mostly just played League of Legends on my laptop because it was really the only thing I was able to run. I wanted to play more games in the MMO and MOBA scene, but wasn't able to because of my hardware. Now that I have far better hardware, I am able to play these games such as Blade & Soul, Smite, CSGO, Terra, and even some non-PC exclusive titles with very respectable frame rates and graphics. For number three, I have to go with the prices. This, as well as the games that PC has to offer, are the main reasons I wanted to get into PC gaming. With the latest gen consoles such as Xbox One and PS4, games are starting to cost ridiculous amounts of money. I go and walk into the GameStop, EB Games or whatever, and games are costing like $80+. That's insane. Then one day I was on Steam on my laptop for some reason, even though I can't run like 90% of the games on there. It just so happened to be the Steam winter sale, and I'm seeing games for like $10, $5. Heck, I'm seeing games for like $2 or $3, man. Like, it was ridiculous. That's when I realized the console society was playing me and needed to make a change. That's when I decided enough was enough, and I joined the PC Master Race. For number four, I have upgradability. Upgradability is a huge bonus when it comes to PC gaming over console gaming. Until most recent news in the console community, such as the PS4.5 or the PlayStation Neo, consoles for the most part haven't been that upgradable. You would often have to wait several years or so for the next gen console to come out to upgrade to better hardware. With PCs on the other hand, upgrading is super easy. Need more space? Buy a hard drive or SSD. Need more memory? Stick some RAM in there. Do you want to play more games at higher graphics with smoother frame rates? Slap a new graphics card in the build. Everything is upgradable with building a custom gaming PC, which makes upgrading small things in the future more sustainable than just dropping a ton of money all at once on a console. However, if you want to drop a lot of money, say on a new graphics card or processor, you can. It's all your choice, and that's what I love about PCs. Now, a lot of people usually tend to stay away from PCs for several different reasons. Some reasons make sense, but some reasons simply aren't valid. One of the first things I usually hear people say is that they rather play with a controller than a keyboard and mouse. I admit, I used to think this as well before I got interested in PC gaming, but now that I am into PC gaming, I know this statement is really invalid, as you can play on a PC with a controller as well as a keyboard and mouse. When I first set up my PC and got some games, I just ran over to Walmart, picked up a $30 controller, and I just plugged it in and started playing Tomb Raider and Skyrim, no problem. Some games directly support controllers, mostly Xbox controllers, but you can use some other third-party programs for your controllers in order to play games as well. Although you can use controllers on PC, I wouldn't recommend them in games such as Call of Duty or Battlefield because you'll simply be at a disadvantage to those players who do have keyboard and mouse. For the same reason, I wouldn't recommend controllers in MOBA games like Smite, Paragon, and especially League of Legends, because you gotta be ready at all times to BM in the chat. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, use keyboard and mouse. Another thing most people don't want to worry about is updates and drivers on the PC. At first, I was worried about these things when I first built my PC, but it really isn't that big of a deal. All there really is to it is making sure you update whenever you see you need to update, and search for the latest drivers online to keep your hardware running smoothly. There's even software that you can get from these hardware websites that automatically update everything for you, and you can double check everything just to make sure it's working. The last popular point I hear most console gamers make is that they want to be able to just plug in and play a game, and they also don't worry about the heavy cost of building a PC at first and then upgrading every year. But if you think about it, consoles don't even do that anymore. Most console games these days require download and install times when you first put them into the console. So in this aspect, consoles are becoming more like PCs, and there's basically no way to avoid these downloads and install times because games are just getting too big and more advanced now. On the other hand, with building a PC, you do not have to drop thousands of dollars on a gaming rig if you don't desire to do so. There are many build guides and videos online that show you how to build a PC that can kill consoles for roughly the same price. Plus on top of that, you're getting a working computer that can do multiple computer things such as video editing and working in Photoshop. It may be just a bit more expensive in the beginning, but in the long run it's going to be cheaper because the games are far cheaper, go on sale more often, and upgrading isn't an every year thing unless you make it that way. Overall, my experience with PC gaming has been amazing so far, and I'm super stoked to get more games and continue PC gaming. Right now, I'm actually just waiting for the Steam Summer Sale to go on so I can grab games such as Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1. I recommend PC gaming to whoever is looking for more eye candy in their games, cheaper games, and isn't worried about doing the research to get started and staying up to date with drivers, etc. So yeah, that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you like this video, or hit that dislike and let me know in the comments below what I can improve on. Also, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more gaming videos and videos like this. It's the Panda Kid here, and now I gotta head back to the forest and eat some bamboo. Until next time.